Hi, I'm Roxanne Garcia, and this is 710 KURV. And joining me right now is Debbie Crane Aliseda, and she's running for McAllen School Board, Place 3. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate it. I first want to get to know you a little bit more, Debbie. Tell us about yourself, your background, who you are.
I'm Debbie Crane Aliseda. I wasn't born here, but I've been raised here. I come from a family of four siblings. I'm married to a man who's from here. We graduated in 1984. I'm a Mac High. Yeah. He's Memorial. We have 5 kids together. 3 of them are already up out of the school district. 2 are in. I have a junior in high school and a 4th grader.
Wow. 5 kids. How was that growing up?
Yeah. See, it's been wonderful. I come from a big family, and it's nice to be part of a big family. There's always something going on. There's always some kind of a wonderful chaos that's always going on. So.
And what's your profession?
I am actually retired now. I had a business. It's called Harrison's Factory Outlet. I had 3 locations. It was a retail business, and I had one in Brownsville, one in McAllen, and one in Weslaco. I did that for about 11 or 12 years, and it was exciting. I would go to Dallas Market and Las Vegas Market and buy clothes and meet with manufacturers, and had a bunch of employees. And then I closed that down, ran one of the car washes in Harlingen. We have Car Wash. We used to have, we're a family of entrepreneurs. We had Curves for Women, Party Universe, Car Wash, Grease Monkey, Harrison's Factory Outlet.
Wow.
And we all do the books for all the different businesses, and we all work at all of them. And we load cars at the car wash when we need to, and they worked at Harrison's. We all wore uniforms and costumes for Party Universe. So, yeah, we're a little family of entrepreneurs and just, always trying to give back and do things in the community.
That's awesome. So you just mentioned you're very heavily involved in the community, and especially McAllen, since you're from McAllen. You had 5 kids already all through the district, correct? Now, we're talking because you're running for School Board Place 3. Why did you decide to run?
You know, I've been on the school board before. I've actually been involved in so many different civic organizations throughout since my late 20s. I'm 50 years old now, so I've been doing this for a little over 20 years old. Thank you. A little over 20 years. I started out volunteering. I did leadership at McAllen, and then from there I went and I got on the board of Keep McAllen Beautiful, and then I got on the board of Heathers and Neethas, and then I got on the board of all these different things, and always with the same goal in mind, always helping the community, giving back, but with the mission and vision statement having to deal with children. A mother of 5, you're involved in children. And on PTO boards at every school, PTO president at Gonzales, at Pettis, at Morris, at Mac High. I've just been very, very involved, and all that involvement has led me I've evolved into this person who's worked with so many different people and so many organizations that I decided to run for school board back in 2011. I did that. It was exciting times. We actually won School Board of the Year for the entire state of Texas, which is something I'm really proud of. During those years, our superintendent was voted top 3 superintendents in the state of Texas. After my term was over, that was 2 years ago, there was an open spot. John Ball, the incumbent's not running. So I saw an opportunity to get back in. I've been to all these trainings and I have all this information and I've been doing it for so long. And I have the time now. I'm retired. I have 3 kids that are off, 2 already graduated college, 2 at home still. So I have the time. And being a good board member, you have to have a lot of time. You have to have time during the day to go to the meetings and listen to staff and listen to teachers and, go to the Chamber of Commerce and go to, speak with the commissioners and go to UTRGV, go to SCC. It's a lot. And I'm on all these different boards, always talking to these different people. So it's good to always be able to, be a conduit for the district and take information back to the district and say, we can do this together. We can do this together. We can save money by working on this instead of working on this.
So you said you were there in 2011, and your term was 4 years. How long? 4 years. Okay, 4 years. And was there anything that you wanted to accomplish within those 4 years while you were in the school board that you didn't get a chance to, that now maybe you want to if you are if you're elected?
There's nothing. There's not like a project that I left unfinished that I'm dying to get back in. There's all sorts of things that, being in bureaucracy, being in the school district, there's things that take years to happen. So there's things that we planned years ago that are still continuing on today. There's some green spaces that I wanted to. There was a park in between Morris Middle School and Pettis Elementary that was a combination, a collaborative effort with the city of McAllen and with the school district that I would love to see come to fruition. There was an idea that I had along with my brother that we would enclose where Mac High is. We would enclose that whole area where the city of McAllen has the baseball park and the swimming pool. We would enclose all that, make it a huge area in the middle of the city, and have this big city park, and it would be a big agreement between the school district and the city. So there's things like that, these big ideas that are out there that I would love to get back involved in and see if I could make happen. But No, it's just the day-to-day goings on too. I'm just happy to get back in there and get back to work.
So there's 3 people running for place 3. It's you and 2 others. What can you tell our listeners that you bring to the table that those 2 might not?
I've been there, done that. I have the experience. I think that's a really important thing. When I first got on the school board, I was so eager and so ready to get involved, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've been on so many boards in McAllen. I can do this. I know, parliamentary procedure, and I know budgets, and I know all these things. I got on and I realized there's so much more. This is a massive $240 million budget. This is 33 buildings. This is over 3,000 employees. It takes a while to really understand curriculum and all the different things that go into it. So after your first year, your second year, your third year, you really have a grasp of it. My third year, I was actually president of the school board. So not only have I been in the school board, but I was actually the leader of the board. And so that's what gives me the qualifications. And also I have the time. This is a job that isn't just 2 meetings a month. This is a job that takes listening to parents, going to meetings, going to functions, meeting with different, constituents around the valley, around the state. It's a full-time job, and luckily for me, I'm retired and I have the ability to give it my full-time work.
So I have to bring this up just because it's on everybody's mind, well, at least on mine. When it comes to the school bond, I think it was 2 years ago, the school bond got voted down. I think it was a $230 million bond they wanted to pass. What plans do you have if you are elected when it comes to renovating the school district or even the buildings, plumbing, anything having to do with bond, with money? What's your plan on that?
Well, there was always plan B is always the continuation of if the bond didn't pass, what would you do? Well, you would continue on maintaining. The way that you do that is you have a priority list, and it's based on needs, not based on wants. And there is a list. There's a list of the buildings, by age, 50 years and older, 30 years and older, and then at each school what needs to be done. So you just keep going down the line and prioritize, and you keep going down and just addressing the needs, that need to be fixed. But it's a need-based, not want.
Are we going to expect another bond soon? What do you think?
I'm not on the board, so I'm not privy to that. I know they're having discussions to town hall meetings and things like that. But I will say that our buildings are in need. And yes, you can do things like have fundraisers. You can have galas. You can sell, you can get money from alumni. You can do different, collect 30,000 here, 50,000 here, 100,000 there. But if you want to make a real difference, if you want to build science labs, if you want to make a real difference, that takes a lot of money, not just, a couple 100,000 here and there. So there is a need to address some of our schools, especially our home base, Mac High. We don't have science labs because we don't have the exhaust to take, to carry the air away. So our kids that are graduating have never even used microscopes and actually Bunsen burners and done things like that. And you want our children to be the children that are at UT-RGV Medical School, but in high school they're not even using Bunsen burners. So how can you prepare our kids to be competitive with kids in other school districts if we don't have the facilities? So the facilities does need to be addressed. But it can be handled on, priority need basis.
Do you have a list of priorities?
Well, we had professionals that came in and did that. I'm not a contractor, but we have professionals that came in. We had them come in 4 years ago, and then this board had some more professionals come in again and do the same thing and look at the shape of the buildings, the age of the buildings, how many people are using the buildings, what it's used for. And so there is a priority list, and it's just a matter of going through and figuring out, addressing every priority and not skipping them based on you get sidetracked with wants. Always address the needs.
Is there anything else you want to let us know about yourself? Why should our voters in McAllen vote for you, Debbie Crane Aliseda, when it comes to school board?
I'll go back to my qualifications. I've been on the school board. I've done the job. I've done the job well. I have the time to do it. I'm a very ethical person. I don't take money from vendors in the school, that do business with the school district. I don't have to sign conflict of interest agreements. I don't have any other priorities other than McAllen. McAllen is my focus. I've lived here forever. It's what I do. It's what my family does. We're all very civic-minded. We all get back to the community, and that's my focus. And I've been working for the school district over these past 2 years. I've been on their strategic planning. I've been on the superintendent's parental advisory. I'm on all sorts of things right now. So even though I don't have the hat of a trustee, I still put in the time and I still put in work. And I'm just hoping to get my trustee hat back on and get back to working for the district.
Is there anything else you want to say? I want to vote for her.
Vote for Debbie Crane Aliseda in place 3.
Thank you so much. That's Debbie Crane Aliseda joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. I'm Roxanne Garcia.